We do a quick recap. So, hey look, we're starting soon. Welcome everyone, this is Streamsekai. Essentially, we're playing the Konosuba tabletop RPG. And when I say we, I mean I'm the GM, and you, the audience, are the players. You get to choose what our main character, Korin Kaduya, does in various stages of their quest. You get to roll for stuff. I've got different commands, like rolling 1d6, rolling 2d6s, and rolling a d20 if that ever comes up. This is a d6-based RPG. If you need the character sheets, here they are. Though the basic stats that you need are just going to be right up on the screen. Let's do a quick recap in the style of an anime recap. Let's go. Wonder how one might start a whole stream isekai? No Truck-kun and not full dive, maybe big glowy screen light? Well, let's recap last session. Hi, my name is Korin Kaduya. On my way home from Nakano Broadway, I was crushed by a falling aircraft part and reincarnated as an adventurer in another world. I got a set of magic trading cards that let me change my abilities. That would have been exciting, but that dumbass newbie goddess messed up and dropped me in a forest surrounded by monsters. I would have been beaten to a pulp, but a purple lizard thing named Mura came to my rescue. She gave me a spear, and we beat up one of those weird dog things that was hurting me, though Mura got beaten up in the process. I tried changing my class to heal her, but nothing would work. We were about to be eaten by a giant panther called a newbie killer, but a portal opened up in the sky and it was vaporized! Turns out that goddess also forgot the thing that lets me use my damn powers, so she sent me a sword with a slot in it to activate the cards. Honestly, I'm just glad that it didn't fall on me. Otherwise, I'd have been killed twice by shit falling from the sky. Mura told me that she was killed by adventurers back in her world, and was reincarnated in this one by a different god. One that's reincarnating monsters to take their revenge on adventurers. She didn't like the idea, though, and while wandering around, she was asked by my goddess to come help. We walked back to town, and Mura collapsed from her wounds. This guy, Kazuma, took us to the inn with his partner Aqua, who healed Mura. He offered to help us register at the Adventurers Guild, which normally I'd say was pretty cool of him, but I guess it's his part-time job, and he gets 500 Eris for every adventurer he recruits. Whatever. It was still an okay thing to do. When we got to the guild, we met his friend Megumin. She was kind of a chunibyo, but whatever. If I was a super powerful archwizard, I probably would be too. And I know she's strong, because I made one offhand remark about her size, and she almost turned the whole area to ash. I was really panicking for that one. Kazuma offered to pay my registration fee, thankfully, and I got my adventurer card. What I didn't get, however, was any experience points from the fights that I had earlier, since I hadn't registered yet. Bummer. We had a meal with Kazuma, and looked at the quest board. His other friend Darkness was really into this one quest with giant toads. She was talking about being swallowed by them? Weird. The money I had in my wallet, though, was converted to this world's currency, so I offered to register Mura since she saved me. I swear, she lit up the whole guild with how happy she was with that. Shouldn't have flashed my cash, though, because that guy and his party stuck us with the bill for all the food that they ate. Nothing I could do about that, so I took that toad quest as revenge. Guess we're gonna kill some big frogs in the morning. Double isekai adventure MLM, damn straight. So, you wake up bleary-eyed with something tugging on your blankets. As the scenario comes into view and you shake the sleep out, you see that it's your little kobold friend, Mura, pulling on your sheets and asking you, Korin, wake up! It's dawn, we gotta go adventuring! Those giant toads won't kill themselves, right? We gotta be heroes! seeing this, you kind of realize that no, this wasn't a dream. You were actually crushed by an airplane panel and reincarnated into this world for realsies. And your kobold friend there wants you to go adventuring. You sit up. Mura, it's... Oh, hey, Bandicoot. Thanks for the cheer. You wake up. Mura, what time is it? You said dawn? Yeah, I couldn't wake you up earlier because after everything that happened yesterday, you just wouldn't. But I took the chance to scope out the town, and one of the butchers gave me some meat. Here. And Mura whips out what appears to be a few things of meat, which you add to your inventory promptly. That meat that you got is used to cure 1d6 worth of HP. So if you get hurt, you can use some meat to heal. Corn, you reflect on why the butcher gave her some meat. Looking down at your kobold companion, you know, she's got like purple scales. She's a bit roughed up because of yesterday. All she's really wearing is a tattered old cape with a gemstone holding it as the clasp. And she's like maybe 4 feet tall. So that butcher might have just taken pity on her. Oh, man. Oh, also, Mura says, I popped by the Adventurers Guild, and they took some interest in the broken sword that we got from the kobolds yesterday. Turns out that they'll buy back any drops that you get from defeating enemies. I got 5,000 Eris from it, so, you know, since you're the one who carried me back when I got hurt, and, you know, you're kind of the main hero, I'm just your companion. Here's the 5,000 Eris. And Mura holds out 5,000 Eris. Eris is the currency in this world. Do you guys want to take the money? Or do you guys want to let Mura keep it? Mura whips out her meat. Whose sword was it? So, in the last session, you fought a group of kobolds, which in this world are weird bipedal dog things. When you defeated one, it dropped a broken sword, which you picked up and put in your pack. The Adventurers Guild bought it for about 5,000 Eris. If you imagine 1 Eris as $1, then, 1 Eris as 1 cent, then it's about $50 that they're paying for the sword. Kind of waffling between letting her have it all or splitting it. I mean, Mura did do some damage in the fight. If you want to be magnanimous, you can choose to split it with her. This is the junction point. This is where you, the audience, must make a decision that will affect the rest of the game. How would Mura feel if you rejected her offer? Nice to see you, Radiance. Thank you so much for the sub. Next stream, I'll owe you a dude. You want to split? We need cash, but it would be messed up to keep. Okay, so you look down at Mura and you take money from her hand, but you only take half. Listen, Mura. Was the decision being made to split the money that Mura got from selling the short sword? Or you can keep it all, or you can give it all to her. Strawberry wants to split it. So, if you're cool with that, we can go and split it. totally new to this game and don't know Mura? Well, luckily, this is Mura. She helped, definitely? Okay. Listen, Mura, I'm not the only one who did this. You kicked a lot of ass out there, and you got hurt the most. So I think it's only fair that you get half of it. Does that sound good? Mura looks up at you and says, But you're the leader. You're supposed to keep everything. Oh, I've never really had my own money before. It's all really belonged to my dragon. Okay. If that's what being an adventurer is, then sure. I'll keep half of it. And she smiles and she tucks away 2,500 Eris. So let's adjust your money. You now have 142.5 thousand Eris. You love Mura? Yeah, Mura's great. All right. I took the chance while you were asleep to go around and figure out what's all around town, so that maybe, before we go out, we might have to take a look at something like shopping. So it turns out that we're in Axltown. It's the home for all of the people that want to stay far away from the Demon King. In the Kingdom of Belzerg. All the monsters nearby are apparently really weak, so it's a perfect town for new adventurers like us to train in. In fact, public safety is so good here, kids just run out on the street. Not something that you hear about in a lot of the other towns. You, of course, know about the Adventurers Guild. They've got the restaurant and the pub. All the adventurers go there to take their quests and turn everything in. They kind of act like the quest givers, I would say. Then surrounding the Adventurers Guild, there's some other stuff that towns usually have. It's what was it called? There was the police station. The guys over there were kind of scary, but I've been told that they're supposed to prevent crime. There's a courthouse where people who do crimes get judged, and people who don't do crimes but are wrongly accused get to fight for their ability. God, I had this written down. Oh, God. I'm sorry. They fight for their ability to be free. There we go. Okay. You think about it, and you realize that Mura told you that she couldn't read after your adventure yesterday when you were marking down her forms. So to have something written down, she must have got something from someone and just didn't have the heart to tell him that she couldn't use it. By the way, in the chat, if you want to say anything to Mura while she explains stuff, by all means, write down what you want to say to her. Or for any characters in that matter, if you want to, do any conversations. Oh, and of course, there's the prison where they lock up the bad guys. I went to the town gates. They're really, really well guarded. Nothing's going in or out without them. There are gates all around town, but there's one big one at the front where all the stuff comes in. Then there's the street that we're staying on, the main street where the inn is. It goes from the front gates to the Adventurers Guild, and there are a bunch of stores. There was a guy who had a general store where they were selling everything. There was a grocer and a butcher, clothier, blacksmith, and there was a magic items shop. There were also some stables. Kazuma said that we could stay there if we couldn't afford to stay here. But apparently it's really cold and it's not great, and you feel really bad in the morning if you have to stay in the stables. But yeah, what do you want to do? We can go on the adventure right away. We can go out right now. We just have to stop at the Adventurers Guild. Or if you want, we can go and go shopping if there's anything that we need. Now that I have my own money, maybe I can get myself like some potions, please. And with that, your day is about to start. Breakfast first? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. You go down to the bottom of the inn and sit down at the tables. There's just a bunch of tables where random adventurers are staying. A lot of adventurers who are starting out that have enough money to not have to stay in the stables but don't have enough for a permanent house are living here. So there are some people just hanging out. You grab a free space, and with your 10,000 Eris that you paid to stay here, you have a big breakfast. Ham, eggs, sausages, toast, potatoes. Really, they pile your plate quite high. Do you have everything you would need for the adventure? Well, right now, you have a short sword, a long spear, the clothes on your back, and 3 meat. Pastries? You flag down the waiter. Why, yes. How can I help you? Excuse me, do you have any, like, pastries that you can give us? Like scones or croissants? Oh, yes, of course. I will give you a croissant, or I can give you a scone. And we do sell these muffins. Maybe rations for the journey? Yeah, you could definitely go into town and grab some rations for the journey. Whipping out the quest that you picked up from the quest board, it says that you have 3 days to complete this quest, and the farm that the quest is at is about half a day away. Muffins? Why, yes, we have muffins. They are blueberry, chocolate chip, and banana raisin. Yeah, do you guys want to grab some muffins? If you would like to take muffins to go, I will have to charge you an extra 500 Eris. Is that acceptable? 500 Eris will give you 6 muffins. There is a discount for taking 6. Why the... But we're having breakfast here. Didn't that come with what I paid? No. You pay to eat here. You pay extra to go. Kobolds are kind of dog-like. Would chocolate be a bad idea? Well, that's the thing. So Mura... I guess here's an explanation. Kobolds in this world are kind of like bipedal dogs, right? But Mura, her story is that she was reincarnated here, but before she was reincarnated, she was a lizard kobold. So she is the only lizard kobold in this world that anyone's ever seen. That's why they didn't stop her at the gate, because she didn't look like a monster. 6 muffins for 2 or 3 days seems good. So you guys are cool with dropping 500 Eris on some rations? They are fresh baked, so they will keep. They won't go stale. chocolate muffins are probably safe. Go for chocolate muffins. So they have chocolate, blueberry, and banana raisin. Did you guys want to get just chocolate, or do you guys want to get like an assortment? Stale muffins are just scones you have to wait for. That's fair. Actually, if I, like, personally, if I ever have stale muffins, I would, take the, like, crumble them up and then use them as a topping for, like, a cobbler. So then that way I'm not wasting it, and it gets, like, all crispy. How about we get 2 of each? Is getting 2 of each extra? Or, no. The muffins are all just a single price. They are whatever you want. Oh, well, alright. Let's get in a stored box of muffins. Keep the journey exciting. And you hand him the money. And he produces 6 muffins. I'm going to say that the muffins function identically to the meat. So if you want to pop your muffins, they will heal 1d6 points of damage. You wrap up your breakfast. It's really, really nice. And you head out into the main street. This main drag, as Mura mentioned earlier, has an assortment of shops leading from the front gates to the Adventurers Guild. There's a general store, there's a grocer and a butcher, a clothier, a blacksmith, and a magic item shop. If you guys want to go grab any groceries or meat, you can go to the grocer and butcher. 1d6, sorry. If you want to see if you can buy any clothing or armor or weapons, you can go to the clothier and blacksmith. If you want to check out any magic items, you have 142,000 Eris, so you might have enough for something cool. Potions for Mura first? Okay. I'm gonna say that potions are common enough in this fantasy world that you'd be able to find them at the general store. So you walk to the general store. The front is actually really nicely maintained. It's got like a little flower garden and like a sign that says "Welcome to." God, what's our general store guy's name gonna be? You just see branded potions. Let's think up a name for the guy who owns the general store. We got Dunnan. That one's pretty good. All right, let's go for Dunnan. So the sign on the front of the store, just hanging in the garden, it's got like a little chain sign vibe going on. Says Dunnan's General Store. You open the door, and it goes like a little wind chime. Ding, 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 ding. Give me 1 second, I'm going to type that as a note. And a cheerful hello awaits you. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Dunnan's General Store. How can I help you? You walk up to the counter, and on your way, you see various goods that you'd expect from a general store. Little barrels of candies, some tools like hammers, mallets. I guess those are two types of hammers. Saws, nails, stuff like that. But what strikes you is that This guy seems a little familiar. This guy is, striking you as someone you might know. I'm gonna give you guys the chance to do a mind check to see if you can remember who this guy is. So if you want to do the mind check, I'm going to need 2d6 rolls. Any guides or maps? I'll say that there's a barrel that just has a bunch of rolled up maps. You roll by typing exclamation point D6, or if it's a 2d6 roll, exclamation point 2d6. Anyone in the chat can roll. There we go. So 2 and 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna say, for the sake of comedy and general fun, player wins ties. So, you get an inkling that you've seen this guy before. And as you stare at him, and his big mutton chops and bushy mustache, and also the headband, the twisted headband he's wearing, this is the guy who gave you the trading cards before you died. When you were alive in Japan and went to the card store, this was the guy who gave you the prize. Dunnan? Were you the guy that gave me these? And you hold up your 4 cards, well, 5 now, the 5 cards that you got before you died. He's like, you! Wow! I thought that you were done in. Oh, now I understand why my name's a joke. Okay. Yeah. God, when I heard that panel crush down and saw you splatted down there, I thought that I'd try and help you. And I picked up the panel, and it was too much for me, and it crushed me too. Oh my God. You're kind of taken aback. So, wait, did you get reincarnated too? Oh yeah, I met that lady Irina that you met back earlier. I assume that you met her. She offered me the chance to reincarnate in this world to stop the Devil King or whatever. I'd get a boon. Honestly, being reincarnated and going to heaven weren't the highest points on my list. I want to keep living, so this sounded interesting. She said that she could give me, like, a boon for getting reincarnated in this world, so I just, I asked for a mega store chain that I could offer. And, yeah, she couldn't give me a chain, but she said that she could give me a store, and that I could expand from there. So, welcome to Dunnan's General Store. Oh, okay, Dunnan. Sorry, I'm just trying to process this. That was an option? Oh yeah, flashback to earlier. You think about your encounter when you got reincarnated. The fact that this woman with flowing pink hair and a red adventurer's hat and a beautiful blue dress was a substitute goddess of the multiverse, who was given the chance to work this job because she didn't actually die, but was teleported there through chaotic magic, not of her own doing. I guess, little note here about the channel. Essentially, every time that there's a character creation option in a video game, I make it as Irina. And the idea is that at some point during Fool's Gold, Sips' Wild Magic Surge sent Irina through the multiverse. So she was reincarnated in Code Vein as a vampire, She spent some time in Final Fantasy XIV in Eorzea. She was like a future cop in Astral Chain, and she had like 5 stands. And she was sent away to just a blank space where, because of her going through the multiverse, they gave her the job of Goddess of the Multiverse to send people to be reincarnated in a new world, since they felt that she would be kind of sympathetic to everyone, because they're a similar position. Always sips, damn straight. You think back on your time being reincarnated, and the fact that she didn't give you an option to get a store. She just pointed at the trading cards that you had. And just made them magic. So, you're kind of jealous of Dunnan for getting to choose. Irina only gave me the trading cards and made them magic. I didn't think that we could choose. Oh yeah, well, it was a little bit after you died, and she got her delivery. So she was talking about how the last person that she sent, she kind of had to half-ass. And also the fact that you were sent into the woods. She made sure I was sent back to town, so it's all good. He's just living your best life. Yeah. Love sips, honestly, the entire Fool's Gold campaign. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, well, Dunnan, my friend Mura over here, and you look down and Mura hasn't entered the store. You shout out, hey Mura, can you come in? What? The door's closed on Mura, so you go over to her and look down. She hasn't entered the store. Mura, why haven't you gone in? You're allowed to do these things. But I'm only allowed to go where my dragon tells me that I'm allowed to go. That's the rules, right? That's what a good kobold does. Do you want to offer some words of encouragement to Mura? You know, she's obviously stuck in some sort of mindset, not understanding that adventurers live different lives. This whole being free to do what you want thing is alien to her. Is Corrin her dragon? Yeah, it seems that this kobold has attached herself to you as her dragon, meaning that she sees you as a sort of leader. And you're sort of like her boss, I guess. She was reborn here, no dragon. She's her own kobold. You want to tell Corrin, you want to tell Mura that you're not her dragon? Let's do a quick poll. Whoops. New poll. What to tell Mura? That she's her own dragon? You could also tell Mura that, let's see. You can also tell Mura that as her dragon, you allow her to do, to come in. So you maintain that relationship with her. On the other, he kind of wants her to stay in your party and worries she might go off on her own. You could tell her that you're partners. There we go. I'll do a quick 2-minute poll. You can ask. You can tell Mura that she's her own dragon. She can make her own damn decisions. You can tell her that as her dragon, she's with you now. Or you can say that you're partners. And you have equal footing in this relationship. Oh, you guys are liking the partners idea, huh? Yeah. She's her own dragon and we're partners? You're your own dragon implies that, like, you know, you can do what you want because you're your own person, whereas saying that you're partners means that you mean something to each other. I think 2 minutes might have been too long for the poll. Oh shit, I didn't see that. Can we say if it helps her think of it better that we want her to go anywhere and that the whole world makes sense for her to go? I think that would work with the partners talk. Sorry, the dragon talk, but... It looks like partners is gonna win out, so... Mura, look, we're partners, so... I don't have... You don't have to wait for me to agree for you to do something. I just ask that, as partners, we tell each other everything. You know, we're our own people, but we work together in the end. So, yeah, you can go anywhere. And we'll go anywhere together. And Mura looks like she's taken some time to contemplate this. She hasn't really had a lot of freedom just being a kobold in the cave with a dragon tending to a horde. So this concept of freedom's kind of new to her. So, I can go anywhere as long as it's with you? Or even if it's without me, you know, you explored this town before I woke up. So, you know, that was your first little act of freedom, if you think about it. And Kobold, sorry, not Kobold, Mura freezes for a second. Says, oh my god, I did! I'm an adventurer! And she kind of realizes, yeah, she isn't just a kobold anymore. She's an adventurer. I'm still gonna call you my dragon, though, sometimes. It's just a slip of the tongue. And with that, you walk in. Sorry, Dunnan. Mura here would like some potions. Ah, yes, of course. I've got a bunch of different potions, to be honest. Let's take a look at my stock here. You can get a heal potion. It's a lot. It's 30,000 Eris, but it restores 2d6 HP to the user. 30,000? Oh, I don't think I have that much. I'm very sorry. Oh. Watch as this leads her to being a full dragon herself later. Dunnan looks down at her and says, listen, I can tell that you're new here, and if you're with Corin there, you're probably an okay person. I got a good vibe from Corin when he shopped with me earlier. 30,000 for a potion. Stuff's expensive in this world. And I'm going by the book. How about I will give you 2 health potions, but you have to work part-time for me. Sometimes when you're in town. How about that? That way you can pay off your debt. It's 60,000. I'll pay you 10,000 Eris a day.
Oh, is that okay? When can I do it for you?
You have 142,000. If you take a look under inventory, where it says Eris, that's how much you have. A meal only costs 10k? Yeah, but a meal doesn't heal you like that. What debt? So, Dunnan is offering to give Mura the 2 health potions right now, but she has to work part-time for him for 6 days. It doesn't matter which days. It can be before Korin wakes up. Essentially, Mura will be doing odd jobs around town in the mornings before you wake up.
Oh, well, that's really nice of you. Corin, is that okay? I don't mind that if I can get the potions.
This is amusing. If it keeps going, you'll keep tabs for sure. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a weekly thing. I'm definitely gonna be making sure to do an RSVP next time. That way we can figure out the best timing as well. Odd jobs, more opportunities? Possibly. Dunnan seems like he needs an assistant. He's working here by himself right now. And it could give you an in to new items as soon as they come in. If you let Mura work here, I'll say that sometimes you'll get access to some cool stuff. Oh, nice to see you, Trum. Do you want to let Mura work for Dunnan in the mornings before you wake up to pay off these 2 health potions? Or you can offer to pay for the health potions for her. That'll cost you 60,000 Eris. Yeah, how about do I've got some universal emotes. Let's go for Happy Carson if you want to pay for Mura, and Glasses Carson if you want Mura to do some odd jobs. Yeah, you could pay half, so she only has to work for 3 days. You definitely have the money to. And that would kind of reinforce the partnership that you guys have. I would say go for Nani Carson if you want to split it. All right. You know, Mura, you don't have to work the full 6 days. I'll just get you for one of them, and then you'll work for Dunnan here for 3 days. How's that?
Oh, but you've already done so much for me. Are you sure?
Mura, we're partners, remember? And chances are I'm gonna get hurt enough where you can, I'm gonna get hurt enough where you're gonna have to use one of these on me anyways. So we'll call it even. How's that? Yeah, I can vibe with that. If you give me 30,000 Eris and you work for me for 3 days, then I'll give you the 2 potions.
Okay. Thank you, Corin. Thank you, Dunnan. That's really nice.
Let's. Sorry, I got Mura's secret character sheet over here, so I'm just gonna make sure to add it to her inventory. Two potions, and you're down to 112. No worries, Mura. No worries, Mura. It's what friends are for.
Friends? Yeah. You're my friend.
Ah. What a lovely scene. Dunnan chimes in. You know what? I think that you're going to be a long-time customer. So, as a token of my gratitude, have one of these. And he gives you an adventurer's set. Now, what an adventurer's set is it has camping tools, a rope, a lantern, and flint and steel. Essentially the basic pack where if you're going to need to spend the night outside. So, let's add that to your inventory. Free of charge to make sure that we stay in business together. You know what? I'm gonna probably forget about that. So, let's say that you have camping gear, and then we'll do the, rope, lantern, flint, and steel. What'd you miss? So you offered to pay for one of Mura's potions, and she's gonna work off the other ones. Dunnan has, you know, he kind of sees that you're a newbie and wants to help out because you're gonna be customers for a while. So he gave you an adventurer's kit that has camping gear, rope, a lantern, and some flint and steel. Just free of charge. And little lady, I expect to see you in my shop next time you're in town. Candy? You want to ask him about the candy? He has barrels of candy. He has barrels full of maps. He's got some basic pouches and backpacks. What else is on the item list? You can see that there's tools for maintaining your weapons. Let's see. Various, like, masks and decorations. So, what kind of candy do you have? You know, back in Japan, I made this thing called Kompeto. It's just sugar, but it kind of looks like stars. And I figured that would be a bit of a hit over here. They have all the ingredients for it, so it's super easy. And you look in the barrel, and indeed, there are these little, like, shooting star-shaped candies in various colors, and there's, like, a little scoop. Any medicinal-like sweets? Barley sugar? Do you have anything that's, like, medicinal, like a cough drop or something? Nah, I never learned how to do any of that. I mean, I guess I could put something into the Kompeto, but... Or I could hire somebody to make I could probably source those for you if you want. Oh, yeah, sure. If it helps expand your inventory, by all means.
Do you have any, like, maps, maybe?
Maps? Yeah, I've got maps of the area. Geez, how much would I charge for one of those? They're, I guess 1,000 Eris? So yeah, 1,000 Eris for a map of the area. It'll give you the map of Axltown. It'll give you the surrounding area up to the town of Arcanletia. Actually, you know what? Let's make it a map of the Kingdom of Belzerg. So the kingdom that you're in, you'll get the full map of that for 1,000 Eris. Barter, you understand that 1,000 Eris is a very base price. If you take a look at the money area, I've put it in thousands of Eris. So you have 112,000 Eris. The star candy, how much? I mean, I could give you like a whole bag of it for like another 1,000 Eris. Yeah, essentially the way of thinking about it is 1 Eris is like a gold piece. Is the map just the kingdom? Yes, but the kingdom is expansive. Most of the places marked on here are quite tiny. The town that you're in is like, I want to say a 4-inch by 4-inch square on the map, and you've got like 1 meter by 1 meter for the map. Sorry to mix. I guess it's like a 3-foot by 3-foot map. One Eris equals 1 gold? Yeah, that's what I kind of read it as. So, did you want to buy some candy? Did you want to buy a map? What'll it be? Both the map and the candy are 1,000 Eris. So you can get both. It's super cheap. Think it costs way too much for a map? Maybe if you could haggle it down? This thing we're looking at, is the thing that we're looking for on the map, will it help us? I would say that if you have the map, you'll be able to follow a path and you'd have less of a chance of combat encounters. So by owning the map, you'll know the trails and you can reduce your odds of fighting things on your way to places. I don't know. That's a bit pricey for just a map. Maybe you could give it to me for 500 Eris? Ah, so you're haggling, huh? Never got that back in Japan, huh? Really, you're taking this place really, really well. 750 Eris. Or I'll throw in the candy for, no, I don't think that would work. How about this? I'll throw in half a bag of candy for 1,000 Eris. You get the map and you get half a bag of candy. It's then that you notice a pole on your shirt, and you look down, and Mura smiles at you, and you hear like a ding. Mura has put 1,000 Eris on the counter, and nods at Dunnan. I'm paying for it. It's my treat. We're partners, right? Will you let this stand? Will you let Mura treat you? All right, Mura. This will be your treat. So let's add a map. As long do you guys want to go in for the hug? Oh, hey, RDF. Okay, you kneel down and give Mura just a big hug, and she's surprised. She's taken off guard.
What is this? Why are you grabbing me? Did I do something wrong?
Mura, this is called a hug. It's what you do if somebody has done something really, really nice to you. Though you don't go hugging anyone. It's polite to hug only people that you know. And I think that we know each other enough to hug.
A hug. Okay, so like this?
And Mura wraps her arms around you, and you embrace. You give her a big hug. Oh, well, ain't that cute? Here's your stuff, kid. And he hands you the map, and he hands you half a bag of candy. So I'm gonna say this isn't an item in the book or anything. So you can use the handy. You can use the candy to heal. Let's say that a full bag of candy heals 6 MP. So a half bag of candy. No, that doesn't quite make sense because the manatite is 50k. So we'll say that a full bag of candy heals 2 MP, but a half bag of candy will give you 1 more MP. That way, you know, if you're in a bind and you just need 1 more to go on, you can pop the candy. Probably will. I hope that the chat really likes Mura. I was telling my friends that, like, I made an NPC that my chat would love way better. Here. Here's a quick description of Mura if you want to, draw them. Anyways, you get the candy, you get the map, and, I don't think that there's anything necessarily in the general store that you need. So, you can, you got a couple of other shops you can go to, or you can get started on your adventure. There's a grocer and a butcher, there's a clothier and a blacksmith, and there's a magic item shop. You love Mura, her company? Naruto Jannaito! Next Friday they're doing a live stream for FFBE. Nice! I'll have to catch it. So I'll make a quick poll to see what you guys want to do. Where it says Eris on the sheet, that's how many you have. Essentially, 1,000 Eris would be equal to 1 gold, so you have like 112 gold. What are Korin and Mura wearing at the moment? So, Korin has a set of just regular cloth clothing. You know, just a plain shirt, some slacks, some shoes. I would say that he was given some basic boots, and a little, like, half cape. Whereas Mura, she's just wearing a tattered brown cape with a gem clasp in the middle that kind of looks like a dragon's eye. The cape isn't really much to go on, but the clasp is strikingly beautiful. Since Mura is purple, let's make it a complementary color to her. We'll say that the... Yeah. We'll say that the clasp is like a gold eye. Like, if you could imagine a gold dragon's eye, that's what the clasp looks like. She's also wielding a great sword. That's at least twice as tall as she is. So yeah, let's make a poll. New poll. Where go? 5 more days till Sonic 31st? Yeah. I've got my 10th birthday edition of Sonic Adventure 2. I would say that everyone's travel ready right now. You've got all the items that you would need for the quest, but if you want to take a look, there's no reason not to. You could also just report to the Adventurers Guild to get the quest started and be on your way. It is a half a day's travel to the farm, and I would say that it's still in the morning. This general store was just outside of your inn. You say something last time about having a place to learn spells. That was a quest where you would be helping somebody practice their magic. To learn spells, you need booster packs, because that's what all of your stats are based on. Yeah, you guys took this giant frog slaying quest because Kazuma stuck you guys with a 9,000 Eris bill. Alright. So it looks like Korin and Mura are going to the Adventurers Guild. You say thanks to Dunnan, and head out of his shop. He waves you out. He seems like a pretty stand-up guy, to be honest, and the fact that he tried to save you after you got crushed by an airplane panel and then died as a result of that makes him a bit endearing. On your way to the Adventurers Guild, you notice that you haven't done the quest yet. Not yet. In fact, that wasn't debt. You paid it off. You paid off the 9,000 at the pub. But yeah, on your way to the Adventurers Guild, you see that this town is really, really lively. There are adventurers in the streets going to and from wherever they need to. There are kids playing in the river that crosses through. And honestly, this is probably the chillest town that you've ever seen. As you enter the Adventurers Guild, you're welcomed. Asked if you need a seat at the restaurant. You decline because you have an adventure to go to. And you step up to the... There we go. To the desk where a blonde-haired receptionist named Luna is standing. Hello, would you like to take a quest with us, adventurers? And you actually let her know. Oh yeah, we picked this one up yesterday. We weren't able to take it yesterday, so we're going to take it today if that's cool. Oh. You took it off the board without handing it in? Yeah. I wanted to get it before it was gone, so. Well, those quests are on the board for a reason. They have time limits.
And this one was a 3-day quest as of yesterday. So if you want to do this quest, and you have to because you took it, you're going to only have 2 more days. So you better get going, mister. And she stamps your quest and hands it back to you. Go through the main gate and follow the road. Go through the main gate and follow the road to the farms in the mountains. It'll take about half a day, so you'll only have tonight and tomorrow morning. Best of luck! So by taking the quest in revenge yesterday, you've kind of screwed yourself over for an entire day of adventuring. Your quest. Here, I will read you the exact text of the quest that you need to go on. You look at the piece of paper that Luna handed you, and it says, Slay the giant toads. Elimination quest. Limit. And you notice that it's changed from 3 days to 2 days, magically. Reward, 100,000 Eris. Plus. So you have a chance to make more than 100,000 Eris. Requirements, none. Details. Giant toads have come down from the mountains, and they are attacking farms. Please, get rid of them. Clear conditions. Defeat at least 4 giant toads before the end. Is there any way to get there faster? Horses, hounds, or a merchant leaving the village you could ride with part way? Hey, Luna! Oh, what is it? You should be leaving by now. Are there any ways to get there faster, like horses or someone leaving the village to do a delivery? Oh, well, the deliveries were all in the morning, so all the merchants have gone. You could probably rent a horse from the stables, though it would cost you. And if anything does happen to the horse, you'll be responsible for it. If you want, you can go to the stables. I would say that if you pop by the stables, you'll be able to arrive at the farms by, let's say, noon. And if you don't, you'll arrive in the evening. If you guys want to go to the stables, you certainly can. Or if you want to leave right now, by all means, you can leave right now. Now that you have your map, your enemy encounters have been reduced. So, instead of rolling on the D6, instead of having half the D6 be enemies, only like a third of the D6 will be enemies. If you kill 6 Froges, it'll be Big Munsey. Damn straight it will be. You want to get the horse? Okay. I'm just going to check, because I don't know if there are any horses in the services here, so I'll probably have to make up a number. What would be fair? Okay. It'll give you more time to kill the toads? Okay. So you go to the stables. You see a lot of adventurers going in and just laying down on the straw. It seems like these people are kind of destitute. They can't afford to live in the actual inn. These might be newbies. These might be just people who suck at being adventurers. But either way, you go to one of the stable hands. He's wearing a cowboy hat, so you assume that he works there. Well, howdy. Looking to buy a horse? No, actually, we'd like to rent one for 3 days. Your quest only gives you 2 days, but taking it for 3 days would help you out, just in case something happens. Well, all right then. For 3 days, you're looking at 10,000 Eris. Actually, it is a flat rate for a week. So if you want to rent the horse for a week, that's still only going to be 10,000 Eris.
10,000 Eris, incidentally, is the amount of money it takes to stay at the inn. So a week's worth of horse is equal to 1 night at the inn. Let's do it. $10,000 for a week of horse. Yeah, we're doing a promotion right now. What's the cost if the horse dies? So, what happens if the horse dies, Mr. Stablehand Guy? Oh, well, if anything happens to my horse, the emotional damage will be even more. I'm gonna have to charge you 100,000 Eris if the horse gets hurt, and 50,000 if it gets injured. You do have a tent, yes. So you can rent the horse for a week for 10,000. If the horse gets injured, you pay an extra 50,000. If the horse dies, you pay 100,000. And you're going to make the stable hand incredibly sad. And you'll be responsible for that hork for a week. Sorry, the horse for a week. Are we still getting the horse? I see no objections, so... Whoops. You slam down the 10,000 Eris. Not on my watch. That horse is gonna make it through this. You say to the stable hand. Well, someone's sure excited about this. All right. Here's the contract, and you sign on the contract saying, just... You're renting the horse for 10,000 for a week. If the horse gets injured, you'll pay an extra 50,000 Eris. And if the horse dies, you'll pay an extra 100,000 Eris. Does the horse have a name? You know, I don't want to just call it horse all week. I like having names for it. Ooh, I've got an idea, Mura pipes up. We'll call it Marin. Marin? Why Marin? I don't know. Marin sounds like a good name. All right. Marin it is. And you name the horse Marin? Well, all right. I mean, we don't usually name the 4-rent horses, so... Sounds good. This horse is named Marin now. Horse first aid kits? So, if the horse does get injured, do we have, like, a first aid kit that we can get? Well, yeah, but it'll still cost you 50,000. How do you think we make our money at the stables here, mister? We charge such a low rate because We charge such a low rate because things happen. So we can get money. It's kind of our way. I wonder where Carson got the idea from. Real talk, I got the idea from when I went to Japan and got chestnut ice cream, and the chestnut was called Marin ice cream. So, chestnut is the color of the horse. Alright, so you can pay the 50K up front if you want a horse first aid kit. Or you can just hope that the horse doesn't get hurt. You see a kind of glint in this guy's eye. Like, he knows that you're going to have this horse get injured at some point, and he's going to make 50K. I'll be nice and say that you haven't signed the contract yet. But if you want to put your name down, you'll be responsible for this horse's well-being for a week. Oh no, I played the dub. Her name's Malon. 100k for death, 100k for a kit, or if it gets injured during the week. How much time saved? A quarter of a day. But if you return and the horse isn't injured, you get it back? Well, I mean, that isn't much of a bet. Because if you're just putting down the 50k up front, if you don't have Marin get injured, then you don't have to pay the 50k. That's just how the business is run. Look the horse up and down. Is this a horse that plans on diving into danger? You give the horse a look around. You lived in Japan, in the city. So, and you also lived in a city in America. So I'm gonna say that I'm going to need a perception check. So roll your 2d6s. This is gonna be a difficult one, though. Because you've never had to care for a horse before. And Mura isn't going to be... Alright, I'm going to need one more d6. Three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. Bramblebush, Kansas, or like a real city with no horses. I'm gonna say, just because you're Japanese, you lived in screw it. You lived in Los Angeles. So you're street smart, but like, not horse smart. I was gonna say Hawaii, but I've never actually been to Hawaii, so... But I have been to Los Angeles. There was a guy there who was just in his underwear on a street corner doing a dance. And honestly, that was about the mood of the entire city. Okay, you look over the horse and you don't see... I mean, it looks like a horse to you. Its tail is swatting flies, its eyes are looking towards the horizon. When Mura pets it, it leans into it, and yeah, it just looks like a regular horse. I will say, you've also never ridden a horse before. Insure the horse or no horse? Again, you can just plop down 10k right now and get going. How tough can it be? All right. We'll say that you sign the contract, get your horse. Mura sits on the back. Has Mura ridden a horse? I'm gonna roll 2d6s. And I'll say that, actually, I'll roll a d20. If it's above 10, then Mura has ridden a horse. Oh, I realized that I've never ridden a horse before. Is this really a good idea to get myself into? Oh, it's alright. I have. What? Oh, yeah. We, the dragon kidnapped a couple of horses when adventurers tried to storm in. And, you know, she really just wanted to have them around, so it was part of her hoard, and we got to ride them if we needed to do any things around the area. So Yeah, I got to do that. All right, well, you're leading then, because I've never done that. Really? Horses are so... How did you get around? No, I mostly took the train. The train? What's that? And you described trains to Mura as these big metal boxes that go on rails to and from different locations. And her eyes kind of sparkle when you describe this, like, wow, so how do they run? Electricity? What's that? Oh, like lightning. How did you make lightning make things go? And she sounds like she's super interested in the world that you come from. But she's like, wait, we're adventurers now. We're here. We both got reincarnated, so this is the world that matters right now. She slaps both sides of her face, hops on the horse, and pats the other area behind the horse. Get on. You hop on, you go out the gates, and you set off towards adventure. It's only going to be a quarter of a day, and... Give me one sec. I should probably... All right. On your way to the farms, you see a guy holding up a sign and just shouting, "Praise be unto Aqua, goddess of water, purifier of all." He seems to be selling something, possibly an idea. "Give unto her your devotion, and she will cleanse you of your sins, and also probably give you a bunch of money. Her one ask is that you defeat the Demon King. Praise be unto Aqua!" You're getting closer to this guy. Travelers, would you like to hear of the Axis sect? Look the other way and pretend to be deaf. That's certainly an option. Do you guys want to engage with the preacher? "If you listen to my sermon, I will give you this bar of soap from Archletia. And also, you can sign this contract to become a devout worshipper of Aqua." I mean, you do still have your smartphone, so you can whip it out. It seems like... Okay, I'll tell you guys what. It seems like in general you want to ignore him, but if you give me a Space Shark Glasses emote, you can throw one Eris at him. So give me one of these if you want to throw gold at him. And if I have, let's say, more than 3, we'll throw a gold at his face. I'll give you guys 10 more seconds to put one more Glasses Carson in there if you want to throw. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, Trom did it. All right. So, as you're galloping, you whip out your smartphone and just, oh yeah, Mura, yeah, we're going on a quest. We can't really do much. Yeah, and that god that I worship, the one, Irina. Yeah, she's really great. That's give me one sec, and you throw one gold. Sorry, one heiress. I'm not even gonna count it against your money. Uh, at the guy's face. Can I get an attack roll? I'm gonna say that if you roll 2d6, I'll add your dexterity to it. Also, you can do exclamation point 2d6 if you want. I added that command. That's not the song. There we go. Oh, you're probably gonna have to re-roll that drum. There we go. I'll take the last d6 from Bandicoots. So 3 and 6. That's 13. Okay. And it lands right between his eyes. I'll say that he was delivering his message. Sir, won't you sign your life away to our goddess of the war? And it bonks him right in the eyes. And he's stunned for a second as you gallop off. But you can see out of the corner of your eye, he looks down at the heiress on the ground, and he's like, Eris? That heathen goddess? That woman that pads her breasts? Good sir, you befuddle me with your Eris worship! A pox on you! And a pox on your little lizard thing! And a pox on your horse! You don't know if this man can deliver a pox on your horse. But you're pretty sure that he's just a dude. And you gallop off. I'm gonna write down that you did that, though. You thought it was the same goddess? No. Aqua is the goddess of water, and Eris is the goddess of luck. Eris is so much more worshipped than Aqua that they named the money after it. It'll be like Potato Girl? Maybe. I'm not saying that your actions will have consequences, but I'm not saying that they won't. Aside from that, however, your gallop towards the farms is pretty uneventful. With your map, you're able to get there relatively on time. I'd say that you got there by noon. You arrive at the farm in the middle of the mountains, and they're raising some cows and pigs. They're all in a pen. It's a pretty free roam scenario for them, really. It looks like they're being treated nicely enough, except for one thing. One very, very crucial detail that makes this farm not so amazing. And it's the fact that a cow and a pig both have giant tongues wrapped around them. Giant toads are attempting to not swallow these animals, but awkwardly drag them away with their tongues. There's a farmer in the distance yelling at the toads and throwing like rakes and hoes and stuff like that at them. While we're traveling, can we tell Mura about COVID? You just got to the farm, so you have to deal with these toads, or you can talk to the farmer. The toads aren't necessarily attacking you just yet, but they are trying to drag away these livestock. Those have gone better if you splashed him? Possibly. Aqua is the goddess of water, so if you splashed him, he might have treated that as a good thing. But either way, do you guys want to... what are your options here? You can try and, like, drag the farm animals away. You can attack the toads. You can talk to the farmer. You should deal with the toads. Park the horse, then run over and slice the tongue in twain. Ooh, you could do that. Save the livestock. Alright. So it looks like you guys want to attack the toads. So I'm going to say that you have the foresight to park the horse, tie it to one of the posts away from the toads, and run up with weapons in hand. The quest said kill toads, absolutely. Give me 1 sec. All right. You roll up to the giant toads. Their tongues wrapped around these farm animals. I'll say that they're too busy with the farm animals to notice you. So I'll give you a surprise attack before we decide initiative. How do you want to attack? You have your short sword, you have your long spear. You can swap out to warrior and get your follow-up attack. But that will cost you a minor action. How do you want to engage these toads? Well, I find the toads in the enemy compendium. There we go. I should probably get a calculator out, too. Come on, calculator. There we go. Oh, thanks for the drink. You want to slice the tongue first? Slash the tongue? Okay. So I'll say that you ready your attack and slash the tongue with your spear. I am going to ask you guys to roll 2d6 just out of ceremony in case you get 2 1s in a row. Because that's the only way you're not hitting these tongues. I'll say that the animals are trying to get away from the toads, so if you sever the tongue, they'll run away, but still be in the pen. I also realized I didn't have the music on this entire time, so that's my bad. I swear I had music playing this entire time. Alright. Well, I'll say that you guys attack by slicing the tongue. I'm gonna need 2 d6s, please. So if you do exclamation point 2d6, you'll roll for the attack. Oh, okay. So one more d6 and hope you don't roll a 1. That's not a 1. Okay, so you're able to hit it. And you slash the tongue with your short sword. I'm gonna ask for... There we go. Oh god, thank you RDF for preventing that from happening. You're rolling for your damage now. So I'm gonna need one more d6. Okay, so that's respectable. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of damage to our giant toad friend. Whoops. Can't subtract anything from 0, otherwise I get negative numbers. There we go. So, as you attack the tongue, it has a bit of resistance to your blade, but it's able to go through and you sever its tongue. The cow that it had entangled shakes off the remains of this amphibian monstrosity and quickly bolts for further in the pasture. Mura, seeing exactly what you've done, does the exact same to the other toad. I'll roll for Mura. Oh, shit. God, that was my good d6, too. That was the one that I have made of blue goldstone. I'll find that later. Oh, Mura definitely hits. For... not as much damage as you, possibly. So that's... oh, actually, Mura does have her greatsword. So that's 16 points of damage to the other giant toad. So, God, I'm gonna need 2 calculators out for this. There we go. So both giant toads have been detongued. The pig that was in the other giant toad's grasp squeals and runs away home. And I just found that d6 I dropped. Also, quick reminder. If I ask for 2d6, you can roll 2d6 if you want. Alright, now we'll determine initiative order. You guys, on your character sheet, have 4 AP. Mura has 3. And the giant toad has 5. So the giant toads get to go first. The giant toad that you guys are fighting attacks you, of course. With a... let's see here. There we go. For its move action, it's going to try and swallow you. So, it's going to make a physical attack against you. I'm going to need you guys to roll a dodge. And you're going to need to beat... okay. A 13. So I'm gonna need you guys to get a 10 on here. Four and 2. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9. So, in this situation, see where it says blessings there? If you want, you can add a d6 to your roll by using up a blessing. You can use up to 3 on a given roll. Incidentally, there's also the Blessing Redemptions you can use in channel points. Yep, that was the correct command. You didn't get enough to beat the giant frogs, sorry, the giant toad's attack. So if you want to live with this and be swallowed, by all means. Or you can add a blessing. Bandicoot redeemed an Axis Blessing. So the Axis Blessing lets you add one more d6. So, Bandicoot, go ahead and roll a d6 to add to your roll. And that doesn't count against the blessings that you have on the sheet. Four, that bumps you up to the 10 that you need, plus your 3 to match. And I said that player wins ties. So the giant toad goes to gulp you down. But you kind of see that coming. And you saw stuff on the internet about this while browsing Twitter, and you didn't particularly care about it. So you jump out of the way. And the toad, in fact, swallows dirt. That's its turnover. The other toad's going to try and attack Mura. So... it's 4, 5, 6, 7... Mura needs to beat a 14 to dodge. Mura's dodge check is 3. So is the horse okay? The horse is far enough away. You guys walked like, I want to say a solid like 20 meters to get here. But Mura, as she's about to recover from her greatsword swing, she looks up, and the toad is looming over her. And she gets gulped. So that means you have more AP than Mura, so you guys get a chance to attack. Mura's in a bit of a state, but you could also try and attack the one that you were fighting. Everyone's in the same range, so it doesn't count as an attack of opportunity if you switch targets. Which one do you want to attack?
Corin! Help me! Oh god, it's so slimy in here! Hey. Oh wow, there's... I think it tried to eat like a shovel or something.
So I will say that it can't do a dodge check when it's busy swallowing something. You want to attack? Alright. If you want to attack the giant toad that is eating Mura, I'm going to need 2d6 and which weapon you want to attack with. Did it eat her sword too? She's still holding on to her sword, so technically yes, but Mura has it. So I'm going to need an exclamation point 2d6, and just let me know which weapon you want to attack with. You've got a short sword and a long spear. Oh, sorry, it's at the very top. So in your right hand you have a short sword, in your left hand you have a long spear. It's in the orange box. 4 and 4? Don't want to stab Mura by accident? Okay, you want to slash? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have you guys make an executive decision for me. I can just roll your damage together. So that in the long run, you don't get to choose what type of damage you dish out, but you can combine your attacks. Here. Here, I'll do a quick poll. Essentially, if you combine your attacks, you don't get to choose the type of damage you deal out. So if the enemy's immune to one of them, then they resist part of that attack. But if you can, like, you get the option to choose which attack you use for the second one. And then that way, if you can figure out damage resistances, you can avoid them. Looks like it's 50-50 right now. Alright, so we'll just keep it as is. You attack with your short sword so that you don't accidentally poke Mura. It can't do a dodge check, so I'm gonna have you guys just roll for damage now. I just wanted the attack so that I can see if you fumbled or not. So somebody give me 2d6, please. That's 3 plus 5. That's 8. That's the one on here. Okay. And then Mura, I believe, she gets a strength check to break out. So you take your short sword and you slash right through the side of this giant toad. You can hear Mura kind of muffled in there, like,
Corin, no, don't hit me, please. Oh, okay, thank you.
as your sword sort of scrapes the side of it, and you avoid hitting Mura in the process. Mura, kind of hyped from the danger of both being digested and being hit by you, tries really, really hard to escape now on her turn. She needs to make a 12. What's her strength? Oh! Okay, so she crits. She got 2 6s face up. Okay, so if that's the case, Mura, in her desperation to not get digested by this toad and not get hit by you, takes her greatsword and pushes it deeper into the toad. As she goes deeper into the toad, this thing is cutting through it like butter. I'm gonna roll her damage. If she gets more than 13 damage, which is I think her base damage is 13, so if she... You know what? Yeah, she does it. There's no roll I could make where she doesn't. She plunges her sword deeper into this giant toad, and as she gets to the bottom, she arcs it up and over herself, bisecting this toad in the process. And as the two halves of the toad that you guys were fighting fall to either side of her, she's covered in mucus. And she is pissed.
I am never going through that again! You!
And she points her greatsword at the other toad.
You're gonna pay for what your friend did to me.
Okay, so, back to the top of the turn. Give me one quick second. I want to see if there's, like, any rules for the other toad being afraid. Okay, well, it's the other giant toad's move. And, it's looking at Mura, and it doesn't want anything to do with her. It just saw the other giant toad get cut in half. So it's going to attack you. But it's not going to try and swallow you out of fear of what the other thing did. It's just going to do an attack. So I'm going to need you guys to do a 2d6 dodge check and beat a... $16. So you have 9. You're going to need 7 more. Otherwise, you're going to get hit. Does anyone want to use a blessing? Otherwise, you'll take the damage. I'm not seeing any blessings, so you're going to be taking... There's no roll you can get that will be the 16 natively. However, if you see right next to your inventory and underneath where it says human, you have 7 blessings. Essentially, you can spend up to 3 of those per roll to add a d6 to your roll at any point in time. So, like, if you're going up against... Or you can do what Marcus did and redeem 1 from the channel points. Alright, Marcus, roll a d6. Yeah, the way that fighting scales kind of incorporates these blessings a lot. So, like, you got them, so you should use them. No worries. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm gonna need 5 more. So did you guys want to spend a blessing on this or take the damage? Roll 1 more blessing. Okay. If you guys want to do another blessing, then I will reduce this and you can roll one more d6. Oh my god, RDF! You saved yourself from taking damage. So, thinking back on your time in Japan, and all the times that you narrowly avoided being crushed on the way into the subway, you channel the energy and the memories of your days past and sidestep the giant toad's tongue lash from its stumped tongue. It goes like, "Hwah!" It is your turn. How do you want to deal with this toad? It hasn't swallowed anyone, so you can use your spear. Alternatively, you can also use your short sword. Frog kebab. I will also say, since you're not changing targets, I'll allow you to make an attack with each weapon as your, like, if you want to spend your move action. I think that would be fair. 2d6, 1 and 6. So that is 11. It just needs to be an 11, and it fumbles. So when I get 2 1s, I'll just show the camera the ones that I rolled. When you get 2 1s, that's a fumble. And what that means is, I just want to get the, like, specific language for you guys. I believe a fumble is just an automatic fail. And nothing more. I don't think you guys get to crit it if it fails. Yeah, so you guys don't get an auto crit, but it automatically fails. So I'll count those as both your attacks. I'll have 2 separate people roll the 2d6. And you'll attack with both of your weapons. Thanks for the drinks, RDF. So I'll need a roll for the short sword. Alright. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for the short sword. I think if you guys roll pretty well for the spear, you can finish this one off. I'll just need one more person to roll for the second attack. Just one more set of 2d6s. 6, 7. So 9 plus 5 is 14. All right. You guys have destroyed the final toad with one slash and one stab. This toad has the life drained from its eyes. The last thing it sees is the remains of its friend and the livestock it failed to kidnap. Really, this is the end of the line for a giant toad in most situations. Giant toads are happiest when they're just on the plains, but this one decided to commit an evil act. And this is how it ended up. If there's one thing it regrets, it's attempting to steal that pig. Or do you need to collect... it auto-counts. Alright. As the toad falls, the farmer comes over and stops throwing farming implements at the monsters to try and help you. Ugh. Well, thank y'all. I really appreciate your help. I take it that you're answering my call. You're a day late, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sorry, we took the quest yesterday, but we couldn't go out. We were sidetracked, so I'm sorry, but we took them out in the end, didn't we? Right, Corin?
Yeah, we took them out. We're here to help. It says that you need 4 defeated. Are there any other ones around? Maybe? Yeah, the giant toads have been kidnapping the livestock and people. Hanako and Momoko were being taken while running away. Oh gosh. Sorry, Hanako and Momoko were kidnapped? Yeah, normally these giant toads will just swallow their prey and, digest them on the spot. That's why they don't move, but, these ones are weird. These ones are taking things and taking people. Oh god, please don't tell me it's giant toad breeding season. Well, how'd you know that? Oh, were there other quests? Yeah, it is breeding season, but we're away from the breeding grounds. These ones are coming down from the mountain. Do you need to take one alive to conduct a rescue mission? I don't need you guys to take any frogs alive. I just need them dead. Though, I'll give you a bit of an incentive, because Hanako and Momoko were stolen yesterday. When you guys weren't able to get here. If you can rescue Hanako and Momoko, I'll give you an extra reward. They're just, they're going up into the mountains there. The farmer has offered you an extra reward if you go rescue the cows. They've been dragged into the mountains, though the quest only says that you need to kill 4 giant toads. Do you guys want to accept his offer and try and rescue the cows? Or do you just want to kill some more Hanako, Momoko, or cows? Yeah, Hanako and Momoko are my best girls. They basically provide the ability to own this farm. If you ever tasted the milk that came out of them, you would know true bliss. I sell them premium. Can you finish the first quest and try the second? Oh, sorry, it's like a side quest added to this one. So like, if you want to save Hanako and Momoko, you'd still be killing giant toads because that's what kidnapped them. Essentially, if you go and rescue them while doing your mission, I guess that would be the order. Is this Nier music? No, this is actually The Cruel King and the Great Hero. Yeah, Marcus has it right. So it's like, kill 2 more giant toads, but there'll be a bonus if you save Hanako and Momoko on the way. Oh, well, Corin, what do you think here? We can definitely kill 2 more giant toads, that's no problem, but, you know, we get a little bit extra if we save Hanako and Momoko. If they're in the same direction, they may as well. I'll say, if you guys want, I'll let you try and figure out where they've gone. By tracking them. How do you guys want to check the area? The only thing that the farmer can say is that they headed off into the mountains. Well, I mean, if your cows are in the same direction, then it shouldn't be too much of a deal to go and save them. I guess if we find them, we'll bring them back for sure. Thank you so much. They went to the mountains over there, though which direction I'm not 100% sure. You know, they're slimy. They might have left something around. There might be tracks. What's a good check for this? I'll ask you guys to roll a perception check. And I'll need you to beat a... Let me just get the table. There we go. I'll need you guys to beat like an 11. I think that's fair. So roll 2d6. Do the cows answer to their name? Do the cows answer to their names? Do we need halter and lead for them? And like how are we gonna get them back? Oh, I can give you a lead, no problem. And they'll just follow your horse, though you might have to go a little bit slower for them. Mura pipes up and says, "Oh yeah, when I was working for the dragon, you know, my dragon had me herd some cows into the cave so that she could eat them. I could probably make them follow, no problem." Mura has described herself as the dragon's rancher, apparently. And when you ask her about it, it's like, no, really, that was just an extra job. I did a lot of different stuff for my dragon. That was just a job that I have. It's nothing. My dragon asked me, and I did it. And if I didn't know how, I figured it out. That's just how it goes. I'm not special or anything, but thank you. She has purple scales, but you notice them turn a little pink around the cheek area. Alright, so if you guys want to track these giant toads, I'm gonna need a perception check, so roll 2d6. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I just realized that if I erase Mura's current HP, I won't remember what her max HP is. Because she took a little bit of damage in that fight when she got swallowed. So I'm just going to make a little extra section on her sheet. There we go. Again, if you hit exclamation point 2d6, you'll be able to roll for this perception check. Or has my stream frozen? Let's refresh here. Oh, it did go through. Okay, cool. 3, 4 plus 4 is 8. You got close. So, I'm gonna say, you take a look at the tracks, and you definitely see some toad slime. And you definitely see some, like, drag marks. But because there were 2 cows, they kind of get mixed up. And at one point, they cross a river and you kind of lose the trail. So since you got close, I'll say that you can track them, but by the time you get to the location, it's going to be night and you're going to have to camp. So, you hop on your horse and you follow the trail. Mura listens to you as you, Actually, you know what? I'll give Mura a check, too. Let's just see if she does better than you. Okay, so she doesn't make the save, but she gets just barely under it. So yeah, you both are just the same competency at tracking things. You go through the forest of the mountains. You see a bunch of different animals. You know, squirrels, bears that kind of run away from you, some deer. Mura, for somebody who doesn't go out of the cave very often, is kind of happy to see this familiar landscape.
Oh, this is just like, outside of my cave. This is where the adventurers used to pass through. Speaking of caves, what if the toads live in a cave? Let's, maybe if we find the nearest one, we'll see where the mucus leads.
So instead of following the tracks that seem to be not going where you need to, you and Mura start looking for caves. You come up to one, and it doesn't really have anything hanging out in it. All you really see is just like a couple of raccoons living there. You go a bit further and keep checking caves until eventually it starts getting dark, and you decide to duck into one. Incidentally, there's a bit of a pungent smell inside this cave. And since you were able to grab a lantern, you turn it on and realize that there's some toad mucus going into the cave. Where you come across, give me 1 sec. There we go. A lone giant toad. And oddly enough, inside of a cage is a cow. You hear from this toad a low, as though it just ate something.
I think that this is the right place. Corin, let's do it.
But Mura's voice echoes around the cave, and the toad hears you. And the toad attacks. Give me one sec. You guys are fighting a single giant toad. I don't believe there's anything that you can necessarily do during your setup phase. However, I'll give you a quick chance. I'll give you a suggestion. In the orange box, there is a card list where you can change your class once per combat or anytime out in the field, and that will alter your stats. So you can, I'll just show you guys. Like, let's say you change your class to Wizard. Your, sorry. Some of your intelligence, perception, and mind stats will go up. Or if you change it to Warrior, your physical stats will go up. So during this setup phase, I'll let you guys choose if you want to change your class. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to choose. You don't have a bow, so Archer wouldn't necessarily make sense, but Archer does have different stats, so you'd have a bonus to your dexterity and your perception. That extra dexterity would mean that you have a better dodge. Which actually, I think I fucked up the dodge check in the bar up there. Let's see. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Yeah, anyone else want to figure out how to do this combat? Doesn't look like that. If people are tuckered out, I could say that, we can start this next stream. I can say we can start the next stream on the combat and then, finish up for the night, if people are tuckered out. Don't mind giving thoughts, but you do like the... Yeah, every time I go watch another Twitch plays, it's a really fun time when everyone's participating. So I completely getcha. I don't know. Creative Garden, if you want to solo this combat, by all means, and it'll be the last one for the night. Otherwise, I can just end it now and we'll start the combat next week.
You have the power.
Combat next week? Is that what we want to do? Alright. Never really played an RPG other than Twitch plays? That's fair. What we can do is we'll say that you and Mura square up against this giant toad that's attacked you. The cow, in the cage, moos ever onward, despairingly, knowing that if you don't save her, her life may be forfeit. You're this cow's last ray of hope in this world. You are her blessing on this wonderful world. And with that, we'll start the combat next week. I think next time what I'm going to do, just to prevent the awkwardness at the very beginning today, I'm gonna do like an RSVP, and I'm gonna make a poll about when to start. Because I think maybe doing everything about a half an hour later might be better for everyone. By the way, thank you so much everyone who participated today. Streamsekai is a bit of a passion project of mine, so you know, the fact that people are coming for it really, really makes me happy. We'll be back tomorrow to play some Minecraft with the gang. I don't think we have anything in particular planned, so I'm probably going to be making a bunch of trains. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It's, in hindsight, it probably would have been easier for me just to do D&D, because I know the system. But I think doing the Konosuba one is a lot of fun learning a new system with you guys. Kind of like how Dag's doing City of Mists. I don't know. It's a collaborative effort between me and you guys to make this work, and the fact that it's working is a testament to it. So what next week is going to look like? We beat Guardians of the Galaxy on Wednesday, so before I launch my Patreon, we're going to have a couple of one-offs, because I want to do voting power as a Patreon tier. So next week, on Monday, we're going to be doing Shin Megami Tensei 5, and, God, what's the other one that we do on Mondays? Maybe I'm the one who's tired, because I'm blanking on what we stream. There we go, and Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Wednesday is going to be Cruel King the Great Hero, and then we're going to be listening to the entire Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack. It's a 2-hour-long soundtrack, and we're just going to vibe. Then, of course, Streamsekai is back again next Saturday. I'm going to send you to... Let's send you to Sprig. Kobold Sprig is a VTuber who is a Kobold VTuber. Kind of fitting because we have Mura. She's playing Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which is a game that I absolutely love. So give her a big old shark attack. And I will catch you guys later. See ya!